hello everyone, welcome back to Magic: The Gathering Arena. I found time for one and only one more quick draft Strixhaven run before the format closes. So this is your chance to say your goodbyes. Here we go. Let's dive in. What is first here? Semester's End. This is not a good card. Swords to Plowshares is like bananas. It's so good. I mean, right? I'll double check just how good it is, but yeah. Ranked 35th best in this, first pick ranking thing. Great card. Easily outshining everything else here. Semester's End is just, like, not good. Yeah. Daemagoth Titan is not bad, I think. Okay, it's not quite as good as I thought. I didn't think it was amazing. I thought it was good, and it's good. Okay, Clever Lumimancer is okay, but I had to, like, my first actual successful deck was with Combat Professor, and I'm happy to take it again. Yeah, it's an above average card, and, like, okay, that one guy recently just demolished me with 3 Detention Vortexes. That was pretty cool, but I definitely do not want this to be my second pick. I will take a Combat Professor. I don't know. I mean, I guess the Combat Professor is sort of a move towards black-white, because Silver Quill is the deck with all the flyers, and Combat Professor is like a mid-range flyer that, honestly, a fairly heavy flyer that likes, being able to get damage in, and which means having other flyers, right? Not necessarily, but it is a move in that direction. And Detention Vortex is kind of a move in the Lorehold direction of red-white tempo. I mean, okay, Swords to Plowshares gives your opponent, like, life, but it's still, like, way worth it to like, just absolutely kill any creature for 1 mana. And, like, oh yeah, they gain a little power, who cares? But the point is, it's still good removal, even in red-white, where you're like, you don't want to give them life. This is still amazing. Whereas taking Lumimancer kind of leaves me flexible. I could go in either direction. Okay, it says Lumimancer is a much worse card. I thought it was okay, but fine. I think Introduction to Annihilation would not be a terrible pick either, but I'll take Combat Professor. We don't want Illuminate History. Cultivate, I think, is pretty bad. Another Combat Professor looks like fun. Or you could take a Silver Quill Campus. I'll just load up on Combat Professors. There's a lot of blue in this pack, huh? But none of it is, like, amazing blue that people are skipping when you would expect them to be taking it, so I don't know. I mean, I think I just take Pillar Drop Rescuer. Not my favorite creature at all. No, you know what? Let's take a lesson. Dueling Coach could be okay. Pilgrim of the Ages is good, though. Lorehold Apprentice? Or Study Break? Or Shadewing Laureate. They're all fine. Laureate puts me into black-white, but it looks like I'm going that way anyway, so I don't much mind. Well, I guess that's not true. I could pick up the Lorehold Pledge Mage and go red-white. And, giving... This thing isn't a flyer, but it still is able to connect pretty often, so it would work okay with the Combat Professor to give it more power, right? I think Study Break is fairly bad right now because our attackers right now are flyers. So I think it's the Pledge Mage or the Laureate. are our two options here. Anatomy is fine, but these are both better. I mean, I think the Laureate is supposed to be better, and it likes flyers. Okay, fine. Ooh. Professor's Warning, I guess, is not too bad. It's probably fine, actually. Another Laureate? Or a Star Pupil? I think I'd rather be able to curve out a little bit more. So just give me a Star Pupil, right? I don't know. We can pick those up later. Let's just make sure no one thinks they should be going black-white. I mean, we got the Lumimancer back. It's not amazing, but it is okay. The Detention Vortex... I don't know. It would be a way to sneak in a little more damage and get some tempo. But again, with a bunch of flyers, I think it's less important. I think I'll just take this and honestly probably sideboard it. Essence Infusion is okay. Might very well cut that as well. Oh, I'll take a lesson. Maybe I wind up with blue somehow. Alright. Hey, we got the Laurel Pledge Mage as well. I think I will take it. It's double white, so it's a little bit hard to cast, but it's still pretty solid, even if I don't run any red at all. Dream Strix. 3 mana, 3/2 flyer. When it becomes the target of a spell, sacrifice it. When it dies, learn. This seems horrible. What deck is this for? It's not horrible. It's rated as great. Or at least above average. Oh yeah, great. Why is this good? Just because it's a 3 mana, 3/2 flyer, and like the text on it is bad, but that's like to compensate for being a good stats? I don't know. It doesn't seem good to me. I guess I'm dumb. Beaming Defiance, Pilgrim of the Ages. I mean, and Eye Twitch isn't horrible. Because, you know, it is a flyer and so on. But I think just, I kind of have like a lot of 3s, so another Pilgrim is not that great an idea. I'll take Beaming Defiance. Academic Probation, okay, it's a lesson. Product Fumes, also a lesson. Silver Quill Campus, probably a better pick, though, than any of these kind of mediocre cards. Make sure I can play my creatures. Still don't really want any of it. Now, I mean, like, Unwilling Ingredient has not been so bad. Like, it chips in a little damage, and then eventually you get to draw a card from it. In a deck with more counters, this would be better, and maybe we will have such a deck eventually. But for now, I think I'll just take Study Break. Right now, it's not that amazing, but it could get better. Divine Gambit, huh? I have Swords to Plowshares as like my only real removal right now, right? I could take another one. I think this is fine. Okay, probably don't need another Study Break.
There's another combat professor, which beats all this other stuff. I'm a little, like, I don't have any proactive 2-drops. Maybe I'm just supposed to take a Leech Fanatic. I don't die quite so much. I don't know. I'll try to just, like, use removal and tempo spells to survive until I get my 3 and 4 mana flyers online. I don't think this deck is going so great. Star Pupil's okay. It's like something proactive to do on turn 1. Drawing 2 cards might be nice, but I don't know. Well, I guess if we're taking a crummy lesson that we probably aren't going to play, this one would be a better one. Because it does something. Unwilling Ingredient, sure. Professor's Warning, okay. Unless we wanted to run Lorehold Campus, that would be horrible, right? There's not any, like, only red stuff I want to play, and, like, a Plains is better than a Lorehold Campus, if this is the only reason we want red. Wow. Okay. I don't think I want Plumb the Forbidden either, right? No. But, I mean, what else am I going to do? I have to take something. Okay. The second pack was pretty bad, I think. Thunderous Orator seems like by far the best. There is the Tenured Inkcaster, but I don't have that many ways to add counters, really. And the Thunderous Orator is a 2-drop that can fly and is vigilant. Like, I mean, how could I say no? I think Rise of Extus is probably best. Humiliate, like, it can be great, but usually it's not. And Rise of Extus is just like, as long as you can actually play it, it is pretty great. Which is not guaranteed or anything, that you can play it. I mean, I only have 1 exile card. I don't think this is going to be very good. I have 2 exile cards, Swords to Plowshares. Oh, 3. I have Extus, Swords to Plowshares, and Divine Gambit. Wherever it is. Here it is. So, like, that could be kind of cute. 1 mana, 1/1 that eventually gets some counters, but I don't think it's very realistic. Agonizing Remorse is a kind of, like, worse Humiliate. I think just having some draw available in case I decide I want that is probably okay. Mage Hunter's Onslaught or Introduction to Prophecy. I'll take some removal. Okay, I mean, this card is black, I guess, is why I want it. I already have 3 of them. How many am I really going to run? Maybe I'd rather have just a 2 mana 1/2 flyer. Like, this deck has not really turned out to be one that wants Study Break at all. It's okay if the opponent is trying to kill you, you can, like, slow them down. But it's better if you can, like, also use it to kill them, which we're not that likely to do. And then, like, I just don't have much on 2. I guess I'll take a 1/2 flyer? Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, that looks amazing, and the only other choice would be Owlin. Obviously, Beaming Defiance is in my colors, but I don't really want it. I'll take a Shadewing. Shadewings and Combat Professors, that's the deck. Spectre of Defense is a nice, like, alternate win condition. I'll take that over Eye Twitch, I think. I don't really want many lessons. Like, there's Spirit Summoning, I guess. Just give me a Spectre. A lot on 4 would be nice. Okay, I guess I'll take another. Nice to get a little bit of cheaper stuff. I choose nothing. I mean, I don't want to run this card, but a 0/4 can stop a lot of damage sometimes. If you draw it on turn 1, it's actually like quite good. The problem is if you draw it on like turn 8 when you needed something that does something. But it's certainly a better option than Lorehold Campus. So I guess I'll take it and consider whether I want to run it. Essence Infusion, I guess? Stuff is all, it doesn't really need any comment. It's just all clearly bad. Okay, Crushing Disappointment. We obviously are not running 2 of them, but in colors, so I'll take it and we'll figure it out later. So I think this deck has turned out pretty poorly. We'll probably win some games with just like flyers. I have a lot of creatures for this format, which is fine. I think the ingredient doesn't really do much. Well, it is kind of a cute menace combo with the Orator, I guess. Cutting at least one of those. I don't really think I need 2 Essence Infusions. Like, 0 is probably a better number. I don't know. Putting it on Lorehold Pledge Mage is actually great. Now, one question is, do I still want Pilgrim of the Ages? It's just like a card that draws me a Plains. And I guess the answer is, yeah, it's fine. Because I have a lot of stuff I want to play on 4. I won't always have 4 mana. And this is something to do once you get up to a lot of mana, I guess. I don't know. It seems actually worse than Essence Infusion. And 1 Crushing Disappointment. Sure, why not? Okay, let's play this. Was there anything else I was thinking of putting in? Yeah, I was thinking about that wall in an actual serious way. Like, might it be better than the Star Pupil, for example? I don't think the Star Pupil really does anything. Sure. I hate this card, but my deck is kind of a little too heavy for its own good. It doesn't have a lot of early plays, and this could help me avoid getting run over a time or two. I might still die after that, but at least I will have stopped a lot of damage with this, hopefully. And if I top deck this in the late game, it's bad, but so was the Star Pupil. Alright, we're going to be a wall deck. There you go. Just to commemorate this absurd decision. Honestly, playing with Overgrown Arch, the 2-mana 0/4 green wall, made me have a lot more respect for 0/4 defenders. I know that one was gaining life, so it was way better, but it was also just stopping me from getting hit, which I really appreciated. I mean, I'll keep this. I guess I'll play Ingredient on 1 and this on 2? Obviously, I hope to draw more land. Hello, Lumimancer. There's no way I'm blocking with this, right? Either they don't attack, or it's big enough that I don't want to block. So, it's a free attack. Okay. But I will hold it back now because I want it as a blocker against their 2/1. If I attack, they won't block. I'll get in 1 damage. But But then they get in with their 2-1 because I won't be able to block, and I won't want to block with this one, and I won't be able to with that, so no attack. I think opponent is off to a better start than we are. But I don't know, I mean, we've got an okay curve. Combat trick for 1? Nice. So what I'd like to do is attack with this and have this back threatening to trade my Beaming Defiance with their Spirit. I don't think playing the 3-2 right now does anything. Or the 2-3 rather. So I'm going to play this one, and I should attack if I'm doing that. So I guess I should have done it in the other order, but whatever. I guess playing this would have let me play the 3 and the 2 next turn. All right. You know, the creatures didn't... Well, let's see. Their flunk traded for my Spirit and Beaming Defiance. I guess that's not so great, actually. But I did get a counter out of it, at least. Alright, I guess I just have to play this. I'm not blocking with my 3... Well, I might, actually, in case they attack with a 2-3? I might want... No, yeah. Let's get in some damage, I don't know. They seem to be out of instants, at least. These are such weird swamps, I didn't even realize they were a white-black deck. They did flunk me, so I should have noticed. But they played so much like white-red hybrid. I mean, okay, basically just one. I was a little confused. We could use this to, like... I don't know. We could do 7 damage and gain 2? That seems kind of better than playing this. Right? You should at least you should attack with your 0-1 as well. That way, if you play any instance, but okay, maybe you just don't have any. Nice card. This turn, I think we spend our 6 mana on this. Oh, okay. Yeah, the way it tapped is fine. Ooh. Well. So I don't have to do much damage to threaten lethal next turn, right? Like 3 would be enough. Actually, 0 is enough? I can hold this back to threaten to block, I guess? No, I'm going to do 3 because I sort of expect them to be able to pump both of these creatures and attack for a bit. So I want like some blockers, but I expect to like lose this, right? So I won't have 9 damage next turn. I'll only have like 7 or something. Let's get in a little while we can. Yeah, swing with everything. Okay, so I mean that's obviously kind of scary. Maybe like that? And we'll see if they can come up with 2 instants. I don't know. They're still getting me for 6. Oh, okay. Burn? Sorcery burn? No. Okay. I'm very happy to have won that one. Obviously, like, the best outcome you could hope for, right? But, like, I didn't really think we were winning. Red player. Okay, well, forewarned is forearmed, huh? Playing against a red player. Ooh. This doesn't do anything until quite a while. I think I actually have to dump it. Okay. I have a 1-drop and a 3-drop, I guess? Ta-da! I have a wall. Take that, you stupid red player. Alright, we're gonna see. This is like the ideal scenario for this wall, right? They're playing Witherbloom, which, you know, red is, or a wall is okay against, I guess, but not amazing. I mean, it's never amazing. I don't have any reason to mill cards, right? So I won't. You know, I could have actually used Essence Infusion on this. Oh no, but it's still a defender. Oh, they're making me sack my wall. Okay, I mean, honestly, that's kind of a great outcome. They spent their, like, sick removal on a piece of garbage? And then I get to play my real creature? Good work! What a lovely excavated wall that was. The really aggressive play would be this, but that's insane, right? Let's just play the Professor. We're gonna have our work cut out for us to deal with this thing, like, because I assume they're gonna start gaining life pretty soon. And it'll be tough for me to know how to block. Like, if they attack here, I am not blocking. There's way too much that can go wrong with that. Ah. Okay, well, now I would be. Oh my god. I mean, if you have an instant speed trick, like Professor's Warning, I am dead. But right now I don't have anything in my hand that can deal with a combat or a blood researcher that just keeps getting bigger and bigger, right? Which is what it's going to be if it's a menace thing that I just let attack me every turn. So I think we just have to hope this works and assume it won't. Yeah. Okay. I mean, nope, they do have an instant. Okay. That's what I thought. At least this one means that they don't get to keep the creature. Oh, they do, because I only had 4 in the deck. Alright, well that'll be the game, I think. Oh, it was only lifelink till end of turn. I missed that. Maybe I could have let it live. Or let it attack. Would have become a 5/5. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm dead. I don't know. I still have... I could draw my own Mage Hunter's Onslaught, right? Like, it's not hopeless. But it is pretty bad. Swords to Plowshares, okay. Buys a little time. Oh, it's an instant. Well, I guess I'll do it now before the thing gains any more power. All right. We're gonna see what we can do with this. Answer, by the way, nothing. Oh yeah, that'll take care of it. Why don't you just hang on before that can resolve? Let me just make it a little bigger for you. There you go. No blocks. Okay, a 51 life gap. Not a very close game. I got solid value out of that counter though, right? It gave them +4/+4 instead of just +1/+1. You know. And I genuinely think the wall was still good that game. Just like opponent had pretty really strong opening and I didn't have much of anything. This is okay. I have a 3-drop. I wish I had something a bit faster. Blue black? Is this allowed? I don't know. I guess I... Oh, okay. They just give up. I never really drifted outside of the, like, 5 schools. In principle, you can... Or no, I guess I... Did I ever try any, like, multicolor nonsense? Obviously, I did red, green, blue a few times, but I don't think I ever tried any of the, like, 5-color nonsense that I did in Crimson Vow. I assume if you get past, like, a bunch of good blue cards and a bunch of good, like, white cards in the draft, you could play blue and white. They just don't, like, synergize together. In the way that, like, black-white tends to have a lot of, like, flyers and counter stuff in some life game. And so probably in all of these drafts, excuse me, there was at least one where I should have drafted some off-school color pair. I didn't notice it. This is actually fine. I have a lot that I can do with just 2 black mana, and as soon as I get a little bit more, it'll be just clicked outside the window. Pretty good. You have revealed a blood researcher. Noted. Alright. Going for the damage. Here we go. You only have green. Oh, that's very lucky for me. Combat Professor, here we go. Wow, so you tutored... Well, you didn't tutor. I guess you just picked creature and you got one you couldn't play. Fair enough. Hey, they did it. But they're already at 13. And I have some stuff to do here. More counters on the 2/2 Menace, I think. And if they try to actually block, we'll blow them out with Beaming Defiance. I guess I should have put him here for the Vigilance. I'm not too worried about my own life total. But I thought this damage was more likely to get through to face, so I don't know, was it right? Who can say? I would have also gained me more lifelink, but I'm not super worried about that. Oh, it has Menace. Okay. Well, sure. Well, I mean, Beaming Defiance on this is lethal, right? Unless they play 2 creatures. In which case they won't have had enough mana to do anything in this combat. I'm okay with this. Yeah, hit me. Okay, so Beaming Defiance won't help. That's fine. Yes. Oh, they gained life! Why did they gain life? Oh no! Oh, but it's hexproof, so take that. They gained life just because this thing gives you life. Okay. I don't know if our position is good right now. I think it probably is, but if they have like any more life gain, which they probably do because they're Witherbloom, that's a dangerous attack. Means if I remove one of your creatures, I can kill you? Can't quite do it. Wow! Biblioplex. Who on earth runs that? It's good if you get into like a top decking scenario where you're out of cards, but I don't know. Try to win games before that happens, right? Anyway, 3-1's not bad. Sure. I need a swamp, but I have a wall and some removal. Not my favorite hand. Why was their planes revealed? Ah, because of this, I see. Great, found a swamp. Pass. I don't see any reason to do anything. I'll put a counter on the wall, I don't mind, if it forces them to use a trick. I don't have to do that now. Okay, sure. Hang on, what's the effect? They just draw 2, right? It's not some, they don't have any decisions to make. But I don't want it to do damage to me, so. And I want this to go off before it gets the counter. Or, for that matter, the Magecraft. Casting it then instead of at the end of the resolution did save. It effectively did 3 damage to the enemy face. It's kind of, you know, a bummer that this wall has a counter but can't attack, but still, it did a good job. Nice Lash. Would still welcome another swamp, but it doesn't have to be right away. Alright. Way too spooky for me. They could easily have some combat trick. Whereas they know I can't. That's why they're attacking. Like, the worst that happens for them if they have no trick is that I just block and nothing happens. Ooh, okay. Closing statement's a fun one. I think I will develop this before I blow up their thing. Just see if they commit more to it, and so that I can actually attack next turn. Okay, I'd like to stop drawing lands now, though. This is enough for until I draw Rise of Exodus, and then I want one more. They seem to have some instant, right? It keeps pausing to give them priority. We don't know what it is, but 2/1 flyer. On top of your library. So I guess they would take closing statement, right? Seems gross right now. Yeah. Well, we might as well get in 2 damage while we can. Because they're going to kill this with closing statements. They won't want to trade here. And I'll do this before I get out the Combat Professor. I'll let them kill this before I put out the Combat Professor, I think? Yeah. I could put out the Combat Professor now, I guess, to stop this 2 damage from getting in. Then they could kill the Combat Professor, but that would make this a 3/3. So I think it's okay to play the Combat Professor now, and they'll probably kill the Laureate anyway? Maybe. I'm not sure, actually. I should play the Combat Professor because it gets in a little more damage now as well. I could get in 3 instead of 2 this turn. And it also makes it harder for them. Oh, really? Oh, sure. Because now you know you can kill this with the Okay, that was maybe dumb. I forgot that they don't have to use closing statement on the laureate. They could use it on this guy. What do I care? You're just... Well, I don't want to let you have it for free, I guess. You're just seeing if I'll give it to you for free? Well, I won't. So we are losing this game. My hand is... I feel like this happens to me a lot in Limited, that my hand is like empty, and my opponent has cards, and the board is not really mine yet. And I wonder if I'm just like drafting too much small stuff and not enough big stuff, or what? That must be it, right? Oh, don't you dare. They dared. Hey, that... I mean, that's gonna be the game, right? There ain't nothing I got about... Okay, see ya. I'm out of here. You can't look at my hand. I won't allow it. Okay, well, still, I mean, we're at 3-2. Not an embarrassing record by any means. Even if we lost this game, it wouldn't be embarrassing. I'd just prefer to do better. I can't... I mean, if I draw one planes, it's okay. But it's still not even good. This is much better? I think the Divine Gambit is going to be bad for long enough that I should just get rid of it. Then I'll play an Orator and a Laureate. Are you gonna do it? Putting a land on top, choosing forest. Alright. I like how this game's going so far. Okay, opponent is... Ramp Witherbloom? It's not really a thing. Huh. Okay. Basic Conjuration. I feel like I've never even seen this one. Look at the top 6, reveal a creature, put it in your hand, gain 3 life. An okay draw card, I suppose. No blocks. Oh, come on, can I just get a land? I don't know. This is fine. Like, right at the moment I want a land, but as soon as I get one, I'll be like, okay, no more lands. So I guess I don't mind that. I can't Swords to Plowshares if I play this, but I want to play this, so there we go. I will Swords to Plowshares that. I predict, because I don't really have anything else to do with it. Yeah. You Professor's Warning? Like, good for you. Not so much. Okay. If they had Professor's Warning, they would have given their thing +1/+1 and absolutely demolished my stuff. So, they don't have it. So, I think I should Swords to Plowshares this now before it's their turn and they could get something else relevant, right? I think that makes sense. Oh, Village Rights, okay. Well, you don't gain life, but you do get 2 cards. That's pretty cool. So I played 1 card, they played 2 cards, but they drew 2. So this is like them 2-for-1ing me in terms of card advantage. But good for me in terms of mana, because I spent 1, and they spent 6? 5. A Bookworm? Wow, that's not going to go off for a while. Actually, it's going to go off next turn? Holy shit. What the hell happened to this game? Okay, all I need is a swamp, and I can absolutely roll this stupid Bookworm. Or for them not to have another land. That would be cool, too. How much life does it gain? 3. So they're at effectively 10. I still have them on a 2-turn clock. They have me on a 2-turn clock. Okay, so they're not playing it. That's fine. I don't know, I guess it's not fine. It means I can't... I don't know. They're playing stuff that I can't use this on, so I have to save it for the Bookworm. It's a swamp! Okay, this really helped with the clock because I can do 6 damage and then 8 damage, which is gonna be lethal. Even if they play the Bookworm. So they can no longer play the Bookworm. It's not an out. So they have to do something else. And they know that too. So even if they draw a swamp, they're not going to try this. So I have to be thinking about what else they might do. Oh, I didn't need a swamp. I needed any land. I got a swamp, but it didn't have to be. What's the plan? If you could remove the Shadewing Laureate, would that be enough? No, you need to gain life as well. No blocks. That's 9 damage. If you have like 5 more, I would be sad. Could you have 5 more? I guess you could. What if I threw in... What if I tried to block with a Combat Professor? Just in case. What if they killed it? And then played the Bookworm? I would still have lethal, so sure. Let's block a little bit in case of some, like, 5 damage combat tricks. I don't believe they have a 7 damage combat trick, hopefully. But if they have like combat trick and some life gain, I could be in a small amount of trouble. Because I only have 8 damage on 6 here and 2 here. Okay. Not enough, I think. Unless they also have some removal? Or still more life gain? No, thank goodness. Even a combat professor would be lethal here. They are completely tapped out. Okay, we'll play the combat professor. Got him. Close game. They ramped up enough to like do almost enough. And I was stuck on 3 and then 4 mana. Kind of sad for me. And it's not like I had like too many lands and not enough creatures. I just had too few cards. Due to playing too much cheap stuff, I guess. On the other hand, like if it wins decks, is it too much? If it wins games, rather, is it too much? This is okay. I'm gonna put the wall to the test again. It's a horrible card. Every time I've seen someone run this, I like make fun of them and then win. So far, every time I've played this, I've lost. So there is something to be said for like maybe it's not such a great card. If they attack with everything, I'll block the apprentice and just like hope for the best. Okay, so they don't have a combat trick. Fine. Or maybe they're not one that they think would survive me having a combat trick, maybe? Now, they're black-red, which means I should be a little afraid of them like removing this, but this card isn't really doing much for me right now anyway. And like, if I wait until I play these, is that really any better? I don't want these removed either, so I guess I'll just run this out and see what happens to it. I won't attack with it, so that if they have Expel, it doesn't work. I think that's probably the plan. I won't block either, because any combat trick is just ruinous. And right now they're not doing an amount of damage that I have to worry about. But probably they're going to kill it. They're looking at it. I guess if they don't attack, that's a very strong signal that these 3 cards are all not combat tricks. I think they'd be thrilled to attack with the ingredient if they had, say, Beaming Defiance or something. Okay. Solid damage. But they're emptying their hand pretty fast. Well, I certainly want to play the Combat Professor. The question is just, am I attacking with this guy? I guess so. Like, I don't know. If they have Beaming Defiance, I guess I would be pretty disappointed. Whereas if I wait one more turn, then a second Combat Professor means I'll be able to attack with this even into Beaming Defiance. Assuming all they have is a 2/2. Still. But we very much are on the defensive this game. They're trying to kill me. I'm trying to stay alive until my flyers can take over the skies and get them. Okay, wow, no attacks. That's actually incredible. So, we're not going to be so greedy as to attack with the Lore Hold. we're just going to get in for 4 in the air. We could have tried putting like 3 here and 3 here and getting in for 6. And they could double block and to kill this. But if they have any combat trick, that's like horrible for me. Whereas this just like gets in 4 damage. Who can be mad about 4 damage? Okay, this is great. Opponent seems like totally frozen out. Let's see what we get out of this and try attacking with a 5-2 Lorehold Pledge Mage. Maybe? Okay, kind of junk. Actually, I don't even know if I should attack with this. Like, I can make it a 5-2, which is great if they have no combat tricks. But if they do have one, it's pretty bad for me, and I'm tapped out, so they know I don't have one. I guess I should have held on to this. But I'm just going to go in for 6 and take what I can get easily. The game seems to be going in a perfectly fine direction. No need to stir the pot by daring to do something with a Pledge Mage. Okay. But now, like, what combat tricks can you have? I know you just drew this, or you would have played it last turn. And last turn you didn't have any combat tricks. So I think we just attack with everything except for these guys? We attack with y'all? Because we don't believe they have a combat trick is the amazing thing about this. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we just get in for the damage. Oh, it gains first strike! I didn't even notice that. It's just always been flying that it gets. I forgot that it would gain first strike. That's disgusting. Alright, 5-2, I think? Yeah. Alright, well, try to make this last Strixhaven one as successful as we can. Epoxy. Great hand. Got a 1-drop, a 2-drop. Stuff to do later. Got all my mana. Try to tempo him out. Hey, it's an ingredient fest. I'm gonna put counters on mine. Are you gonna put counters on yours? Witherbloom, okay. What? Okay, I thought they had skipped combat and chosen no attacks, which is crazy, because it's not like it can block. And I can't block either. Professor's Warning now? Okay. Seems cool, I guess. I have similar plans. We just have these tiny little midget creatures, like they're little mascots. We're cheering them on. Remove it, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Do what you gotta do. Okay. I could put another counter on this, but I'd rather save this for indestructible. If they try to remove this now, they're very foolish. They should have done it on their turn when I wasn't tapped out. Student cost paid. Oh. An opponent draws a card. I accept. Thank you very much. And it's destroy, right? No, it's exile, so making it indestructible doesn't help. Okay, don't be stupid. Right, like I guess I should look that up to double check. MTD exile indestructible. An indestructible permanent can be exiled, yes. Okay, that's what I thought. But I drew a card, and that was a card that was better than what I was planning to play this turn, so I'll take it. Student cost, they called it. That's kind of funny. I guess I should have done combat first, in case it changes their decisions about what to do. So far I've only seen black stuff from them. Presumably they're running some green somewhere. Not a lot of creature combat happening in this game. Gosh, more counters, okay. Well, if you want me to lose life, I accept. Here we go, losing life. Oh, we both lose life. I always forget about that. I would have been happy if it were just me. So I could put a counter on something. But I think I'll just like play a wall. No, I should actually hang on to this mana. The wall doesn't do anything, and I want this in case they try to remove something. Okay. It is a scary creature, to be sure. Divine Gambit, huh? Divine Gambit the 5/5? I have enough mana to play everything, and I think I should. The 5/5 is like threatening to... It's almost threatening to kill me. I want to attack first, just in case they actually have something they put down that could block this. Do I need a counter? I guess I don't. I want this in case they like try to remove something. Yeah. So we just swing then in that case. Oh, this is all my white mana. I can't play this if I do that. I guess that's fine. Would you like to put a permanent down? Hello? It's another one. Very funny. I still have lethal though, even if they gain 1 life. Which they are not. Oh, they are. Oh, they're gaining 2 life. Oh, I should have put a counter on last turn, as it turns out. Worst. So I can do 5. I can still do 7 damage. Yeah. 5 plus 2. I miscounted when I thought I needed 1 more. Well, that game was very much a race. Like, neither one of us was really doing very much about the opposing creatures. They removed one of mine. I destroyed one of theirs and then allowed them to replace it for free, which did not seem very much like a good deal to me. But I guess if I hadn't, they would have just been able to play another 5/5, so... Well, actually, I wish they had. I don't know. It didn't work out so hot for me. But I did, after all, win the game, so... I think it was the right play as well. Just to, like, take away some of their obvious chances to, like, kill me before I could kill them. And hope it doesn't give them some non-obvious chances. By the way, 6 wins. We're net plus on this one. This is just awful. I need a planes, and I need it, like, stat. So I think I will... And, like, I'd like 2 of them. I think I will mulligan here. This is better. I think Professor's Warning is something I don't need for a long time. And the Crushing Disappointment might be useful to get back up to hand parity. Okay. Inklings? Or a land? I mean, those are the ones they would hope to have. Maybe they have something less good. Oh, really? Discard squad and draw. That's not so common. I could kill this. I probably should. Just keep the board under control. In case I draw a 3-drop, I'd like to be able to play it. Alright. Well, now I have Divine Gambit. Not gonna play it, by the way, but I do have it. Ah, they only had 2 lands. They kept a 2-land hand and didn't improve. That's why they dumped the squad. But it wasn't enough. They still only have 2 lands. They should attack here, probably, to learn? I guess you get rid of the Crushing Disappointment. Okay, they found a 3rd land. Obviously not gambiting them. It would stop them from learning, so it's not like the absolute worst play you've ever heard of, but it's definitely very bad. Everything they have is apparently somewhat expensive, certainly better than this. And I don't believe for a second that none of these are creatures. Okay, yeah, I flunked very badly, having only 1 card in hand. Oh, alright. Game's going just awful. I've played a bunch of creatures, and... well, not a bunch of creatures. I mulliganed to 6. I tried to remove something, and it was fine, and then they just shrunk my hand, and I haven't really done anything since. So I could use a big creature or two. They've done a good job of removing my stuff. Sure. Now I can't actually block, because any instant and this becomes a 4-2. Even if the instant doesn't do anything, like, particularly combat tricky. I don't know, I guess if I don't block I'm just gonna lose, but no, we're hoping to draw Spectre of the Fens. Close. Maybe I should kill their Lorehold thing. Yeah, it's kind of the scariest thing they have. Oops, I clicked outside the window again. It does tap me out of white, I guess. Any card. I mean, gaining flying until end of turn is not very useful. It could block the Eye Twitch, but right now I don't want to. Unless I have enough mana to also Divine Gambit, or Seeming Defiance, and even then it doesn't seem very good. I don't know how I'm supposed to win. I think I have to keep, like, taking a bit of a beating. Okay. I just have to draw, like, a big creature. As I was saying, Spectre of the Fens would be the nuts, I think. Laureate wouldn't be too bad. Oh, this is great news for them. That ain't gonna do it. Divine Gambit is horrible. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I guess it's getting to the point where I have to commit everything to actually trying to kill this, even though I'm sure it won't work. Okay, here we go. They play some instant, I guess? No, they don't have to. They make me do it and then respond, right? Are you gonna kill me? Oh, I should have blocked here, actually. I forgot that that was an option. Professor's Warning would be lethal, or not lethal, but it would be keep this alive and kill this. It would be very strong. Okay. I definitely should have blocked here, and then I might have not died. Yeah, good point. I guess I am dead. was blocked here. I just was so focused on that thing, I forgot they had other creatures. Oh well, 6 wins. I'll take it. Claiming prize. Hooray! Okay, that's it for today. Oops, I'm not supposed to leave that screen because this one's boring. What is this shit? Oh, this account has been like confused. It finally, I think, realizes that I've completed the color challenge. Oh my god, get out of here. There was this like bug for a while that it was showing me color challenge here, but then like I would go to the, how do you even do it? Color challenge is like the new player intro stuff. I would go here, and it was like, oh, you haven't finished red yet. And I would queue up for red and it would be like, sorry, couldn't connect to the server. I was like, hey. Anyway, now they've given me the basic new player decks. Oh, alright, that's all for today. Tomorrow, I guess, Innistrad Crimson Vow. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.